Hello, welcome to Drinks with Ron. I'm Ron. Hi, audience. And I'm in the garage. Garage got a little makeover last week as I'm no longer working on the fence. I've calmed my unreasonable anger, although I've got some positive feedback on that. Uh, I try to get unreasonably angry more often, but it's one of those things you can't fake it. It's got to be genuine or it is forced. So I started working in the garage sale pickup, nice little setup. But I found an unreasonable amount of weird devices, I guess we'll say. As I started cleaning it out, because this place is still 35% fucked. But as I started cleaning up, what I do is kind of sort shit to bins and shelves. As you'll see, this is kind of, I've got things labeled now. It's starting to come together. But I started finding weird gadgets and machines, and I was like, where do I put this? What do I classify this? So I eventually had to start a bin of just weird devices. So I thought, you know what? Now that I'm sorting through that bin of devices, I thought, why not let's get you guys in on this? It's kind of like a Lebitard show. Greg Cote, What's in Greg's Garage? We're going to kind of mine that vein a little bit. And we're going to do that with a White House Honey Ale fresh off the tap, the triumvirate of taps here at Third Generation Brewing. Yes, delicious recipe. I killed that 5 gallons of cream ale already. So I'm back to the Honey Ale. Anyway, let's kick it off. Some random things, cards that were my dad's. Cars, that's pretty hip. But the big score, the Globetrotters, man. We got some fucking Meadowlark Lemon in there. Oh, there's Curly, lots of Curly Neal. Big fan of that. So that's a score. I enjoyed that. I found the Magic 8 Ball. But it's not an 8 Ball, it was a something else. It was a knockoff version. It was like the Kirkland 8 Ball. It was purple. I started painting it black. I was going to do a funny thing with it, and I don't remember what it was. But I found it, so let's see. 8 Ball. Should I hammer down this beer with reckless abandon? We gotta give me an answer. Let's, alright. Should I hammer this beer down with reckless abandon? Kirkland brand 8 Ball. It looks like you can count on it, but it won't read straight because it's a shitty 8 Ball. What can you do? Guitar tuner. Little guy clipped to the top of your guitar. The clip broke, but that don't mean I still can't tune your guitar in a pinch, huh? Am I right? Let's go down to the shelf here. Let's see what we got. This is where it's going to get interesting. Well, that's just a headphone distribution. Here's one. Garage sale score. Fog machine. Missing the trigger that activates the fog machine. I actually got it for free from them. I was like, how much is this? They were like $5. I said, where's the cord? They said, I don't know. The guy that had this is dead. So whatever's here. I said, well, I'm not going to look it up on eBay and see how much a freaking cord is. And they're like, just take it. So now it's mine to throw away. That's fun, right? That's fun. The binoculars, the virtual reality things that my kid had to have and got and used 4 times. Here's one that's great, though. Big electromagnet. You know what? I'm going to drink to that. Big electromagnet. Why? Why, you ask? Well, I used to be in radio, as I still like to tell people. That's like my little badge of honor. That's the cool thing I did. It was like my dream coming out of high school, and then I did it, so it was like, yay. All right, should have set the bar a little higher, motherfucker, because part-time on the radio wouldn't slid under there. Any hoodles, as Jim Brockmeyer would say. Jim Brockmeyer used this to, anyway. Yeah, I have air check tapes. I actually found one of those floating around here too. So every time you turn the microphone on, the tape would roll and it would record all the stupid jackass things you said. And then once every week or 2 weeks or month, depending on how much you needed to be your work reviewed, you would have an air check. You'd sit down with either the program director or one of the other main jocks at the station, and they'd go over what was good and what needed fixed. And Yeah. So then once you did that, you'd take this electromagnet, erase the fork and tape, take it back to work, new air checks next week. So that was fun. I actually used it. I have a had my table saw, same garage sale as the smoke machine. There was a bunch of sawdust and there was nails and screws. So I took this bad boy, ran it over a couple times, picked them right up. Got all the shitty metal out of there. Used a broom, sweep her out. Everything's safe in the driveway. No punctured tires. Thing of beauty. Here's a classic. Disc Rescuer. I would actually go for another one of these. I don't know if they're still around. But you put a CD in here. It's compact disc for you younger folks in my audience. They're little shiny silver discs that look like the future. Like, I was just telling my wife, I remember, was it 1990 or 91? They kind of stopped with vinyl, and Columbia House had the big blowout, like, 82 vinyls for a penny or whatever it was. But at that stage, it was like, who wants that? They quit making them. They're old and useless. I've got to get everything converted over to this new magical digital media known as compact discs. And now, well, what do I say, 30, 31, 32 years later, I wish I would have stocked up on all that damn vinyl. But if you've got the disc, they're made of inferior plastic, because that's the gambit right there, isn't it? You own the music, but they put it on a shitty format that easily gets ruined. You know how many times I've had to buy AMG's Bitch Better Have My Money? More than once. Tell you what. So this guy, it had two sets of discs in here. One was a little grainy, like a fine grit sandpaper, and you'd put a little magical sauce on there, and it'd spin it around and rough up the disc undersurface a little bit. Then you'd swap it out, and you put in a little, like, it's got a little chamois, like a chamois on a little disc, and then that would buff up all the rest of the magic sauce on there. You'd take it out. There was another one you put on to kind of clear it. You'd wax it with a little chamois cloth, and good as used. It saved probably 90% of the discs I put in there. Fantastic. Just your standard AC to DC power converter. Nothing magical there. SpongeBob SquarePants magical picture frame. I mean, you can take the SpongeBob thing off, but you can't take the little SpongeBob characters from being superimposed on your screen. So I'm not using that guy. Speaking of things that are magical, battery charger. Those aren't magical, Ron. Yeah, I hear you, but hear me out. This guy, NiCad batteries, nickel metal hydride, but if you look here on the left, ALK means alkaline, my friend. This is an alkaline battery charger. They don't hold up real great, but it worked. I'm over it, obviously, but it's fantastic. Yes. Little Panasonic AM/FM powered by a 9-volt battery. I'm sure a lot of baseball games got pulled in on this bad boy. Just a piece of nostalgia that I can't get rid of it. But the summit, my friends. The mountain, not the band. Not Mississippi Queen, if you know what I mean. Let's drink to that. Leslie Weston Mountain, folks. I love that song. Love those guys. Big fat rock star in the city. This is great. I love it. But let me digress. Yes, if you look close and you see the 4 little buttons, you'll know that's for the 4 tracks of the 8-track player. And Magnavox came out of a console. As far as I know, it's barely been used. The heads on it are really good. I've got a box of 8 tracks floating around, so technically it's still in play. It's fantastic. I've got options. Like I said, I lost my good 8-track player 25 years ago. I still wake up in a cold sweat sometimes thinking about that. They say the one that got away. I mean, there was that 8-track player. She was a beaut, Clark. But we've got a lot left. We don't want to incur the wrath of Todd. I have not moved my fine bucket out to the garage, so let's do this, huh, folks? If you got one, let's polish her off. Let's do it as the team. Let's do it together. Let's take one for the team, fellas. Ready? Ziggy Saki. I clearly am not a beer chugger. Terrible at it. Do a real bad job. And I don't think that beer is really meant to be slammed. But hey, I avoided the Wrath of Todd. No fine bucket today. So, for the fancy magical item... Oh my god! The giant one right in front of my face. I almost forgot. I can't close down without showing you this. Record player, my friend. Phonograph. Yeah, it's fantastic. I haven't verified the needle's still in good standing. But hey, check her out. This completes the deal here. Just about... If I get that power cord, you know, I'll throw an 8-track in, we'll put a record on the platter, and we'll fire off the smoke machine. Maybe a little Mississippi Queen. You know what I mean. And I hope you do. So for Drinks with Ron, I'm Ron, signing off.